Bruh.
Oh my God, not 3,800. Hold on, 8,300, 8,700. What was it?
Well, what a surprise. The single most obvious and profitable thing since last night was to short Bitcoin. But viewers were made to feel so stupid and idiots to suggest such a thing. How many longs were liquidated as a result? DYOR.
Oh, we got a hindsight Jesus in here. That was it? Was that the thing to do? Smart thing to do was to short at all-time highs. I mean, like, I would think doing nothing at all-time highs is probably smarter. But what happens when Bitcoin just literally any time starts pivoting and reverses and goes upward again? And then what, dude? I mean, yeah, dude, you're a genius. You're a genius, dude. And the significant timescales were giving no indication of a major reversal here. It's marginally down. It's down 4.71%. Congrats, dude. This happens when you have like crazy things that occur, right? Like Binance flash crash. Wow. People want to spend their money different ways, man. And they wanted to just come in and do that. That's cool, dude. It's great. Cool. Why were you not tipping money, though? I know when assets like Tesla were down here at like less than $700, and today hits the first target of the trade setup. Where were you there? Why are you not tipping? Yeah, it was a great entry. You know, it was real smart where market participants would take an entry at $700, and then they take maybe a little profit at $900. And then why not, ever tip? Why are you out here tipping now when you weren't tipping about AMD? What entry was at 103? October 6th entry was posted for all patrons, and then all of a sudden today, what happens? It's the friggin' first profit taking level of the trade.
$100.
Buy Bitcoin was at $100. Yeah, probably a lot smarter than shorting at all-time high. Sure, I mean, whatever. Yep. So I mean, it's so cool, dude. I mean, you can come in and cherry pick all you want just to be negative because you're not happy with your life, but you could also have taken really good things that have happened on the market today, not just the crypto market, because we're not obsessed with crypto. We like it, we love it, but we understand traditional technical analysis was built from other markets, not crypto. Right? All the research done was on other markets. So whatever, man. There's a lot more stuff going on than just all in Bitcoin, all in short, or all in long. Okay, things happen. He obviously lost money. Yeah, you wouldn't tip unless there was something wrong going on in your life, right? Something. Hey, you tipper, you should start your own live stream, and then because you're a genius, then you can tell everyone your opinions, and people are going to watch you, and you're going to protect them from poor old me. I'm going to ruin people's lives. I guess that's what you're implying a little bit, right?
CHPT ChargePoint.
What's up, Smitty, man? Thanks for 25. Someone tipped me freaking $50 in the middle of the day. Did they have a contribution? What did they say? Let's see. No, someone literally just tipped today.
It's easy to trade in the past.
Easy trade in the past. Yeah, buying Bitcoin $100. Yep. Genius. Yeah, okay. So Angelo tipped me $50 and he wanted to look at BTS. We're going to look at that before anything. I mean, of course, we're going to look at Ethereum and total and stock market and stuff like that. Index funds, right?
Noise. Obligatory request for DWAC. Obviously, no TA to do
The Donald Trump.
Might as well give them a warning.
Fame. And people call me salty. It's like I'm literally just responding to a TTS, dude. I mean, like someone pays money to say something publicly, and it's like, I guess I could just ignore it, or I could literally confront it head on, and talk about it for a second, right? That's not salty. Okay, being like someone confronting you is definitely not considered salty. You need to maybe expand your vocabulary a little bit. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Bitcoin's below all-time highs, but it's not below 61,788, which is that high from March 13th. Maybe you back test that, Maybe we back test one of these inflection points. Whatever. A little bit of bearish divergence in the end, I guess, developed on the 4-hour MACD. Sure. But guess what? Guess what could be developing if Bitcoin makes a higher low than 60K? The 4-hour eventually is going to show hidden bullish divergence again. Wow. Crazy, man. I can't really find the flash crash. I went to this, I went to the Binance exchange to find it, and I even go to the 5-minute and stuff. I can't find the wick. Where do I need to go to find this, right?
Mitch, can you look at WTRH on weekly/daily?
Binance US. What's the ticker for Binance US?
MATD and RSI BAM on weekly.
Waiter? David T, what's up, dude? Thanks, man, for 20. Yeah, we'll look at it, all right? We'll look. Did no one notice the cool thumbnail where Bitcoin is the knight who gets his arm chopped off and, you know, Holy Grail? And he's like, "'Tis but a flesh wound. 'Tis but a pullback." Goes to 8,700, right?
Could we check out $BBIG? No, many are freaking out.
Chillin did a good job on that one. That was his idea.
Drop out of what? Anyway, lol.
Sean, we can do that. Thanks for the $20.69. As Elon tweeted yesterday about what? Bitcoin being at 69K and Ethereum being at 4,200. Amazing, right? Yeah, illiquid exchange, Bitcoin US, and it's about to be the most illiquid it's ever been in its entire history. People getting the F out. No one's ever going back to that crap, right? Oh yeah, there it is, Binance US, right? I've never been. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Screw the Americans, dude.
It says Binance US in front.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I just 5-minute chart. I don't know. I'm just looking at it so you can see. At one time, it was sitting at a level 64K, and then it hit a low point nadir of 8150. Wow, it's 8150. People keep telling me different numbers, and it's like it was 8150. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna make it say 8150. Okay, now there we go. Title is accurate now. Yeah, so that happened, Larry, and I'm sure liquidation, stop hunts happened. Wow, that really makes you think. I mean, Kraken does this crap all the time, very frequently. So maybe like when these things happen, it makes you reevaluate what exchange you're trading on. And the more time has gone by, the more I do not like Binance, the more I would not use Binance. That's it. Yep. As an influencer, I'm kind of doing a little influencing, and I'm like, yep, the more things that happen in history and time, the more I feel like I think Binance is a awful decision for an exchange. These things just happen. They keep happening. They're under investigation. They're getting kicked out of countries. Oh, God, we got to do this deadline. Flash crashes. Yeah, then all of a sudden, like tons of market participants this summer, right before the crash happened, were blocked from being able to trade, selling, or buying anything, right? Dude, just no thanks to Binance. They do a lot of sketchy things, and I'm just telling you, it's happening more and more, and it might be a good idea to go elsewhere. Look, hey, here's the joke. Here is the literal meme of this asset. Okay? Chat, we got it. Call in Scott Carney. We had a fire sale today. An 88% retrace was achieved. What? An 886? Okay. So we've already reacted. Unfortunately, we're right near C again, so we can't really play this, but
Bruh. That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Yeah, so it's a joke. It's a literal joke, but it exists.
Can we look at Hex? Things
I like real harmonics. I like not real harmonics. I like jokes. I like dramas. I like them all, you know? Anyway, great stuff. If you got in at the 886, you are literally in on it, okay? This time you were in on it, and we're going to call the cops. CME Gap, by the way. Yeah. Hey, Richard Hart was right, by the way, chat. Remember, he was like, I'm calling for 10K Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin goes down to 8150 for 10 seconds today. So he was technically right. All right. Whatever. On, non-Rudy Poo in real life, we're going to the daily. You can clearly see a bearish engulfing candle is developing on this significant time scale, unable to break all-time highs for more than one day, right? You did not get a back test confirmation, you only got a candle close confirmation, which is your weakest form of breakout confirmation, right? There are 3 different types of confirmation, chat, on breakouts. The first one's the first candle that gives you a candle close breakout above the previous level. That's your weakest form. Your second strongest form, weakest form of the 3 is when an asset breaks out of a level and then on the next candle back tests successfully that level that was once resistance as support. And then your strongest form of confirmation, the one you're idealistically always looking for, is when you break out candle close confirmation on the first day. The second day you back test that level as support, and on the third day you bullishly engulf, right? You resoundingly hold those levels and then cover the previous candles and then go to price discovery, really. I mean, that's where you'd be going in this context. So yeah, but you made a pullback today. I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, I think it's a mountain out of a manhole. But yeah, you say that to the people that were leveraged on Binance.us. Say that to people that had any kind of stop loss set up. They have been stopped out. They have gotten liquidated. They have been wrecked. And so that's what makes you say, dang, man. Do I ever in my entire existence on stream talk about leverage on the stream? Nope. For reasons like this psycho stuff. You just... I don't know, man. I've got enough capital in this where I'm good. You know, like I don't need to leverage. Some people, maybe they do to really get ahead, but some people you don't. And like these are the literal days why one doesn't leverage trade in crypto. No leverage on Binance US anyway. There you go. Whatever, man. Hey, we're not allowed to because the government. And here's okay, good. But people got stopped out. People got hurt today by that. It was not a joke. So that, but who even cares? You know what really was the story? It was gonna be the story today before this ruined everything this morning. Thanks Binance.us for being trashed. It was Ethereum. Ethereum was unbelievable. Ethereum was like $1. Let's see. Let's be real here. It was $10. $10 away from the highest level of all time. And then the Binance.us crap happened on Bitcoin and it crushed everything kind of short term, kind of like, you know, punched everything in the face and knocked it back down. Hey, you can't break the all-time highs up there. What are you doing? Outperforming Bitcoin. Stop it. So Bitcoin or Ethereum stopped. And Ethereum is now, unfortunately, what we thought was going to be real. You got an hour, 38 minutes to go before you don't close at your highest candle ever on the daily, right? The highest daily candle close ever was 4,180. It seemed almost certain last night you were going so high. I mean, you were at 43.74. It was going, and now it's nope, getting rejected right there. Not rejected. I mean, it's just pulling back. It's like clearly there's supply at areas where there might strategically be supply. It's unreal, right? If anything, you can even say, if you're trying to be an optimist here on Ethereum, okay, you're being, hey, I'm an optimistic guy, you know, life was good to me. You can't even really be that optimistic because it's not even back testing the candle high close from September 3rd. But it is back testing the wick, I guess, right? This old wick high from September 3rd is being tested as support. Okay, that's cool. So what was once a resistance is support for the first time in the history of mankind. But right above it is a more significant level, and you're just squeezed. You're just stuck between two levels, it seems, maybe. Indecision candle. That's not really that bad, right? Like just as easy as tomorrow we could just pump and go to 5K. But it's been really good so far, and there was a reason, right? We look at Bitcoin, we look at Ethereum to US dollar, but then we have to go to Ethereum to Bitcoin that was showing something really, really nice here, and we've caught some immediate fall through price action. Patrons, I know if you are like literally you care about getting the value out of the money you spend to be in the Patreon, you know exactly what was going on here, right? Because it was pinged yesterday, like
Binance. Can we look at X? Thanks, bro.
What's up, Jimmy, man? Thanks to 20. Sure. Look at Hex, large market cap crypto that's got a controversial character, developer, creator that is God to some people. Sure, we'll look at it. that's been on a crazy run, an insane run.
STX to Bitcoin pair please on 4-hour. Sloppy bullish Gartley back-tested into bullish bat, respecting demand line from October 7th. Moon soon.
We're talking about like moon soon on anything tied to Bitcoin. It would be more like, hey, the STX to Bitcoin chart looks good, so that means probably STX to the US dollar moon soon, right? That's the way I think the way you should always try to size up Bitcoin pairs is you're looking for it to be some sort of predicate or some sort of like additive to your original cake baking recipe, right? Where we're looking for harmonic structures with confirmation lows at critical ice lines with seller exhaustion applied on the oscillators, and then you sprinkle in a little razzle dazzle of Bitcoin pairing also looking unbelievably set up for higher prices, and that would strengthen your argument for taking a long to the US dollar. Bitcoin to toilet paper, or like STX to toilet paper versus STX to Bitcoin, which is extremely hard money, which will probably underperform long term. So it's like, yeah, sure, if it looks good to Bitcoin, you could imagine it's going to double, triple probably in price to the US dollar. So you just use that as an argument. You chart that not to long the Bitcoin pair, but you chart it to long the US dollar pair. Okay. What's up, Chase, man? Yeah, we'll look at MATIC or MATIC. MATIC was a trade setup that already hit one target of the trade setup. Wow, holy crap. Oh, King Logan, what's up, dude? So anyway, we were looking at Ethereum and I'm like, okay, so there's a reason why we could think Ethereum was maybe bottoming out, all right? And I used the Cipher tool here. I mean, literally hit the pattern completion zone of the bullish Cipher at the same time, a 1272 fib extension from B2C here. Not just that, you had your reaction low, your reversal low, right? There was really strong bullish divergence on the daily MACD right here. Sorry, I don't have it pictured. I'll just plot it for you. This was, again, if you are a patron, this all was handed to you, right? I typed all this out, so who cares? So now it's like you had a low, you had the lowest low, and then like, you know, lower levels of negative momentum. But then you formed some sort of confirmation low at the same level, even lower levels of negative momentum, and then that's when the 4-hour RSI bullish divergence develops. You flip over to a less significant time scale. This was the signal. This was the signal. Triple RSI bullish divergence. Decent start. It was already kind of on the way, but it's continued upward like last night.
Speaking of BTC pairings, can we look at data/BTC?
What's up, Father Jughead? Yeah, we'll look at Cardano to BTC, sure. So in an uptrend, a very well established uptrend, undeniable, higher highs, higher lows for many, many months, been correcting, consolidating for a while. You break a supply line, or you jump across a creek, and then you present us, and this is presented to us above, and this is pretty good, man. Low risk entry areas, at least take a shot. And this just implies that in the midterm, short term, Ethereum to the US dollar would outperform Bitcoin to the US dollar. It started doing it last night, hardcore, if you were paying attention to the charts. And that could continue for a while. Where, like, you know, Ethereum, hey, Bitcoin pivots here, runs up to 65K again, and then all of a sudden Ethereum goes to the highest level ever. Just keeps outperforming, even though Bitcoin runs, right? So Bitcoin can keep going up in value, but this chart is just implying that Ethereum's going to outperform Bitcoin to the US dollar pairings. It's going to appreciate better in value than Bitcoin will. That's normally how we would perceive this, right? Oh, GRT, that was the biggest joke ever, is now the king. Everyone's talking about GRT. Get out of here, man. Get out. Okay. So let's look at the next one.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Oh, by the way, this was a search and trade setup. Trade setup. This was trade setup worthy. It had everything you could ever kind of ask for variables that all lined up on multiple time scales at deep value perceived areas and long-term uptrends. Undeniably, this was like a trade setup for sure. So that's really good for Ethereum to the US dollar. That means 5K, 6K, maybe even crazier. We'll see. So here it is. Here's the one we haven't looked at today, and it's...
I like turtles.
Are you sure? If you don't like turtles, say nothing.
I like turtles.
Okay, he likes turtles. We still like turtles, right? The all-time high is like above, just right at that old all-time high from May. Indecision candle, not bearishly engulfing like Bitcoin is on the daily. Dang. And you think eventually 2.97 to $3 trillion is the next target? Bullish 5.0. Beautiful. Everything made sense here. It made too much sense. Every day we were here, we were talking about how incredible it was as an opportunity where all the things lined up. It held an inflection point, held the 200-day moving average, hit the 1272 of the reciprocal ABCD. Everything you could have dreamed of was right here. And you pivoted and you've never seen these levels before. So I think there still could be very much more upside. One's patience. Okay. Oh, there's certainly hype for Tesla if you just give it a minute. We're still like Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're in Bitcoin total. These are like the staples, the bread and butter of the stream, kind of the beginning, right? Where we do the analysis for the people that come to stream because they expect things, which you should never expect anything, but I guess for a stream, it's okay to. You expect those, the bigger market cap coins and kind of the things that happened and the correlation, whatever. You're getting that right now. Dude, we're 27 minutes in the stream. It's actually kind of late-ish. That's kind of a lot of time in to be still talking about total and Bitcoin. But dude, whatever. Things happen today. All right. So let's, with the crazy scam stuff, like whatever, let's look at BVOL. How did BVOL fare? Look at BVOL. It dumped today. Bad. Whoa. Hey, are we starting? Let's see if it can make a higher low. Or is it going to come down and we're going to catch our type 2 return on the bullish Gartley at the, the levels that make more sense for a reversal? Because you're in the middle now and it failed to make a higher high. It's selling off. Down 0.81% today. Interesting. So volatility took a plunge today, even though what's a flash crashed at 8150? What is that? That's chopped liver when it comes to volatility, because it only happened on one exchange or three where the API was the same, whatever. It's not a real thing, but people definitely got wrecked. Certain people got wrecked today. So shout out to them for dealing with that trash. And again, when these things happen, you should always consider reevaluating who you're trading for. I'm just saying, man. That should be a big red flag to anyone trading Binance. You sure you want to do that again, man? Maybe in a few months? You want to just be randomly blocked out because of KYC? Ugh. Can't trade. Your funds are frozen. You can't do anything. And crash. That happened. They did that to a lot of people. A lot of people reached out to me. Even an account that I manage, that happened to. It was just you did your identification. That's what let you be able to trade in the first place. And then all of a sudden they freeze it up. It's really sketchy.
If you have
really
time,
sketchy.
could
Not
you
a
take
fan.
look at Nexo to
I'm glad I was never a
I've been long on it
Binance
and it's finally paying
sponsoree
off,
or whatever.
if I should
So
pay off
Conrad.
rest of my little debt with today's uptick. Thanks much love, much BTC.
If you're in debt, it's always a ridiculously good time to take profit on anything to pay off the debt, right? Because, most likely the debt you're in, I don't know. A man should always honor his debts, first off.
Patreon
But
next. Man, I love Thursdays. Great day to join Patreon people.
to be Marts, it's actually, we're 3 weeks into the month, so the best time to join is the first of the month always. So if you're out there and you want trade setups and all that, waiting until the first to be the best. But joining annually, right, where you get 1 month free. Any time of the month you can do that. So anyway, thank you, dude. Marts. Yeah, Patreon hangout night tonight. Every Thursday night we just hang out. So anyway, we were talking about something and then something happened. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like. Been out most of the day today. Yeah, we got a pullback right at the 23% retrace. Wow, right, touched it perfectly. Dang, that's exactly where you reacted, at the shallowest retrace. But guess what, man? You know what's going to happen? Bitcoin dominance is going to maybe continue pulling back. Maybe it goes down to 44% again, But I think it's going to make a higher low than September 8th low. and then run again and make a higher high. And that's what happens at these levels. Or yeah, who cares? Ups and downs, ups and downs. You go back, test levels as support, then you run again to the higher high. So yeah, sure, whatever. It's the daily chart, man. Yeah, it pulled back. Why? Ethereum to Bitcoin looked poised to reverse upwards. It just went up substantially. I mean, like, what did it do from the bottom to the top? Think about it. Bitcoin dominance increased in percentage value of the entire market cap 20.4% in 5 weeks or so, pretty much. That's really fast. Dude, we're talking about how much? A $2.57 trillion market cap class for something in that market to increase 20% in the dominance. That's substantial. So if a pullback happens at a shallow fib node, it's really not that weird. So it pulls back some, it keeps pulling back, and then makes a higher low than the previous double bottom lows, and then runs again, and yeah, and starts outperforming again. So ebbs and flows, man. Yeah, dude, as of last night, a lot of these altcoins were looking poised for much higher prices, breakouts and stuff.
Sup, Mitch?
What's up, Nathan, man? Thanks to the 5 super chat, 499 super chat. Much love. So, let's see, was there... Well, it looked kind of like that. All right, so let's just real quick. We'll knock it out. I know some people are really just kind of like not into this stuff, and I get it, but you have to pay respect, certainly, to the stock market. Chat, you have to. This is where all the research done with the things being taught here, how we're able to discern higher probability areas for reversals is because of the stuff that was researched on the market we're looking at right now, the S&P 500. Yeah, money printer go burr. It's a joke, haha. We love it. We make fun of it. But dude, this is how we know what to do in crypto. We're applying traditional technical analysis to untraditional markets. We're clearing the thicket together in crypto, and it's working out pretty well. But look at the S&P. What did it do today? We must play Jesus chimes. All-time highs. And how did it start? The dragon. Once the dragon breakout occurred, straight up. And now above, and you just reached your highest levels ever. You never saw 4,551 until today. And you know, the PCZ of what could be considered a bearish shark pattern, reactionary level could probably be around 45.79. A lot of gaps to fill. God, that just makes you be like, I have concerns. I have concerns about all these effing gaps that normally always fill. They'll fill, but maybe after going a little bit higher. There's no edge. Nothing implies a bearish reversal right now. You're a little overbought. You're definitely a little overbought. Highest levels of RSI you've seen on the S&P 500 since July, early July. Could go a little higher, but nothing is saying that buyers now at this level are exhausted. So there's not much of an edge for a short, right? Just like Bitcoin. I mean, there wasn't that much of an edge for a short, and an asset class that goes into price discovery with a finite supply. Tough, man. So instead of like going short and a hyper bullish trend, one just does nothing. It's probably safer than just going short, right? You know, so who knows how deep this retrace is going to be on Bitcoin from up thrusting through all-time highs. It did not really, I mean, made all-time highs, sure, but there was no confirmation. There's still, it's like you are not at all-time highs now on Bitcoin. So who cares if you do it one day? It's never about the breakout itself. Remember, chat, if you're going to take anything from this stream, it's never about the breakout itself. It is about the immediate fall through price action the asset receives after the breakout. So Bitcoin broke out, confirmed daily close breakout, right? What was the immediate fall through price action? Today, literally bearish engulfing candle rejection. We're now below previous all-time highs. That's all you need to know for now. So you can't be confident or overconfident or ecstatic or euphoric or happy because you have no form of confirmation of a true all-time high breakout, or price discovery has not been re-engaged on Bitcoin. Not yet. Patience, but not yet. So That's the S&P. Very good, wonderful. From the bottom, where there was bullish divergence on the slightly lower low, from the lowest low to now to the highest high, the S&P 500 has recovered in a little over 2 weeks, 6.38%. Wonderful. Very good to see that. Look at the Dow Jones, also looking good. It's down. It was down like a little bit today, I think, right? Closed like, yeah, 0.02% flat. Still ended up bullishly engulfing to close out the day. And that was your third highest candle close of all time on the 4-hour. This one looks great. It broke anything above 35.1. 35K is really bullish to me. I love it. No bearish divergence or anything, almost, but just hanging out, butting up against the highest levels ever, which yesterday the Dow Jones did hit its highest level of all time, but not where traders settled up. Just intraday it pushed up. And maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, we break 35,650 and we run to the 1272. But this was good. Every day I'm live and we're looking at this asset and we're talking about a reaction low and possibly a higher low reversal low. You even got a third low, consecutive higher lows, accumulation more and more than before. And you've now broken the level of inflection and you're above it. You even back tested it on the 18th of October. The NASDAQ composite still underperforming the S&P 500 by a little over like 1.2 fib nodes. Remember, the S&P 500 today exceeded its 100% retrace, where the IXIC, which is the NASDAQ composite index, it has not even achieved an 88% retrace yet. So it's overbought, but not as overbought as the S&P and not near as retraced as the S&P. So interesting, where this index fund almost always outperforms the S&P. It is not right now, and it's just something to note. We just look at these every day, right? It's like it's the pulse of the market, and looking at the Russell 2000, the small caps, has been stuck in a range since February, almost a year now, creating this interesting, really strong wave structure, and it's on its way to at least go test the top of the range between 2318 and 2361. You're thinking maybe this is a bearish bearish deep crap. We hit an 88% retrace on B and a higher low on C. At PCZ, it would be 2406. We'll see what happens. It's on its way. But it's going to be tough to break this major inflection zone here. It's not going to be easy. Okay, so look at that. Now we look at gold, just so you stay up to date. Gold is still okay, right? It's sprung back, tested the spring of 1760. But it's not high, not above 1800. Yeah, congratulations on anyone's analysis of saying gold's strong and long and strong and gonna be at 2K. I mean, that's, yeah, sure, but how many more gray hairs are you gonna have on your face or your head? Or other places too, man. Like whatever. Like, it's great. It's just $10 trillion market cap. It's slow going, man. And it just could be like, yeah, you're at all-time highs and the date is 84 years later. I mean, whatever, right? While Coin or some S coin's gone up 300% by the time, 800% by the time gold gets to all-time highs again. So it's just like, it's a store of value. And that store of value is, I guess, looking pretty good technically. It's okay.
45% up in 2 weeks. Thank you, Mitch.
What's up, yo? 1337. Yeah, I mean that's testament to the high quality Patreon, right? Because I was not the one this time that identified the bullish variables on YELL. It was someone called 5150, just a member of our community. We've had multiple members of our community that have invested in themselves and they've taken the teachings that have been they're applying the teachings instilled in them in the Patreon. They're buying into it. They're buying into the system, and they're applying the same principles to their own charts, and they're finding opportunities. They're posting them, and then I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not the Pope. I'm not the TA Pope, but I'm like, my God, I definitely give it my blessing and post it as a trade setup because it looks so effing good. It's everything I would want, and it just happens to be up, yeah, and hit the first profit taking level of the trade setup today, or close anyway. We had 3 profit taking levels on 3 different trades get hit today, or at least with Yell close. And we're going to look at them. So gold, man, stay above 1760, and by the time you're 80 years old, you'll see all-time highs. Sure, bullish, but it's like, instead of bullish, it's like bullish. That's gold.
Hi Mitch, can we check ACH/USD when you have chance? Thanks.
What's up, Edgar, man? Thank you, dude. We'll look at it. ACH, sure. Avalanche? Is that I can't believe I'm remembering the names of these S coins and their tickers. Avalanche, man. Yeah. All right. We'll move on. Let's go. Come on. We'll get these requests, really. Yeah, Tesla, dude. Tesla. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, there was an M-shaped structure that was the shark. Hit 100% retrace. Pivoted, rallied, made a swing low. Rallied again, made another swing low, holding this 200-day moving average. What's going on? That's pretty strong. And then rallies again, butts up against an inflection point from March 9th, and then one more time. And then when that one more time happened, I identified a classic accumulation structure. It looked good. It's like, dang, dude, you just made your third higher low. And on your third higher low on a daily time scale, your oscillators are implying that sellers are exhausted and that a continuation is impending, right? That's what this is down here. This is hidden bullish divergence on a third low. Extremely powerful combination. It's better when it's testing old levels as support. It wasn't doing that, but the 200-day moving average was certainly being regarded as some level of inflection support. Look at that. It's unreal. And so from the entry, you even ran up and back tested that inflection point we talked about as support not once, but twice. And from there, you ran up and you hit another level that we had plotted here for, a few days, and then you broke that, and here it is. You hit all-time highs today. Intraday, didn't you? It was very, very close. No, you were off by literally like 50 cents. But you did, in fact, undeniably make your highest level, your highest daily candle close ever. That means traders settled up today higher than they've ever settled up in the history of Tesla's chart. That happened today. And so you break that, $1,000. Psychological resistance, $999. Why not? Why not, dude? Why not? $996.74, just a few dollars shy of that psychological resistance. It's a 1272 pip extension. Then your third target, $1,100, $1,118. The 1.618 from the previous high to low is how I got these targets here. $1,000 roughly and $1,100. Those are your next targets. You hit one today. So awesome, man. Very good. Stonks, number go up. Things are great. Traditional technical analysis playing out on traditional markets. What? But then we got to go to another one. We got to go to advanced micro devices. That was unbelievably perfect and is up after hours 1.82%. After hours, this asset is sitting at $121.50, just less than $1 away from the highest level it's ever achieved on this chart. You go to the 4 hour and you could see what was going on. Down-sloping price contraction, which is the falling wedge, and then you had that shorting of the thrust, double bottom stuff at near the apex, deep into the development of the structure, right? So it was identified. You invest in yourself, you're able to identify this stuff, right? Jeez, Pat M, let's go, man. Dang. 250.
Long time, Rick. Thanks for the free education broth, man.
Not so free anymore with contributions like that, man. Thank you. Holy crap. Can we get some hype in the chat for Pat M? My first name is Patrick and my middle name is Mitch, so it's like Pat M. Patrick. Are you me? Close. Close-ish. Thanks, Pat. Okay, deep breaths. So here it is, October 6th. Structural development had matured, right? The deeper you get to an apex of a structure, the more developed it is. The closer you get to the apex, the higher the probability is the breakout would occur. My God, we were 90% through the development, right? That's how close we were. Well, at the same time, it was like one bottom, a second bottom. And then you can see 1, 2, 3, triple MACD bullish divergence. And then on the tail end was the RSI, bullish divergence. Sellers were effing exhausted above a major level of inflection. I don't know why it doesn't show up here. Major level of inflection from history back from December last year. Failed to get there. Too much demand. And that was it, right? That was the strategy. The falling wedge. We said, all right, the gap fill has to be the first target, man. To make it equitable here, stop loss is marginally below what we're playing, which was the second bottom on the divergence, the exhaustion. Okay. Give it a shot, man. And that's it. So Jesus chomps for AMD, achieving the gap fill today, first target, and you can go higher. And it wouldn't be weird. It's AMD, man. Lisa Sue Bay. We didn't know. Look, right? I'm not saying I called this. I'm saying I don't know where an asset's going, even when I identify this, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's going to fail and sell off to actually test the inflection point or not, but I am based on, like, you know, what we know it's just like continuously diverging and the sellers are stalling out at this level and there's more divergence. That's a pretty good combo. And then again, that RSI divergence, I don't know why this isn't saved here. It's clearly on the publication, but like that stuff right there, I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to play out, but it did. So we don't have to know where the asset's going to make money. But we certainly know what to look for to know that there might be a little bit greater chance than a coin flip that it would reverse to the way that we're thinking it might go. We don't expect it, but kind of like this is what signals are on the market and what can happen after. So, all right. Anyway, let's look at Yell. Oh, someone didn't request it, but this was a trade setup that was from our very own patron who invested in himself and learned this stuff. He was the one that identified this. And look at this. Moon from the entry of the trade setup. It's incredible, man. It's so good. Let me pull it up too. It happened, man. It's like, okay. Here it is. All right, so we got to do a biopsy. We got to do a chart biopsy. Where it's like, why did I even think about this? Why did one of the patrons think about this? Because he identified multiple things. Like, he identified the very, very real bullish bat pattern at its pattern completion zone, the 88% retrace. He identified the confirmation low. I don't know, I can't remember if he identified the hidden bullish divergence that was very real in the 4-hour on both oscillators. And really above like the inflection point at the beginning of it from August 20th. And it's like, this is it. Like, you're playing the confirmation low. It's really fun playing confirmation lows. I mean, like, I would not recommend ever anyone, if they paint a harmonic like this, never going long or placing their bets when the asset hits the pattern completion zone and one goes long because it's at the 886. There's no edge here, right? You have no idea the 88% retrace is going to bottom out here. You mean countless times harmonics fail? The whole point is the confirmation low gives us the perception that it's not failing and that it's about to play out. And that's why you, me, and millions of other traders around the world go long on confirmation lows, not reaction lows, which are the first ones. So it's like, okay, second low that's higher than the previous low and getting above other major levels from history seems reasonable, and we'll just have our stop marginally below that second higher low, that confirmation low that we're playing. That's the strategy here, okay? And that was October 4th, just 2 days before the other trade setups. But they're all hitting the targets today at the same time. It's beautiful. 3 trades, all in targets today, October 21st. There it is. From entry, it was just the smoothest sailing. There was no up and down. It was just almost a straight line up to the targets. And you gotta love it. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Okay. Good stuff, man. All right, so we're like almost an hour into stream. I mean, yeah, it sucks about Bitcoin pulling back down 5+% today. Flash crash, that really sucks, dude. You know what scares retail from participating in this market, from FOMO buying in? Flash crashes that make you lose 88% of your value before it comes back up. That'll be it. I know if I was retail and I was speculative and I was like, I don't know, a Bitcoin just didn't already just go up like 100% value or whatever from July 21st low. It's certainly gone up 100% value. That you understand that, right? From the bottom, from where Kramer sold, Bitcoin has doubled in value, beyond doubled in value. So if you're like retail and you're like, it just doubled in value since July, and now you're saying at all-time highs, there was a flash crash down to 8150 or something at its lowest point in seconds, and it's back up. Can someone give me an incentive of why would I be buying this right now? Right now? Retail, that's their thought process, and it's smart of them to think that because there's no value. You're paying premium to buy Bitcoin right now. I don't care if it goes in a price discovery and goes to 100K. You're still paying premium because people ask me, they're like texting me like, hey, should I buy now? I should have listened to you at 40K. Blah, 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 whatever they're saying, texting me. I'm like, I call them, I'm like, dude, you understand how it works for me. I'm not a moon boy, price prediction guy. I'm someone that looks for strategic entries. When an asset is back testing levels as support once, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times. And on that second time, there is an edge. There's divergence. There's seller exhaustion. And the level was once resistance. Now it's being confirmed as support. That's the time to long, right? You're looking at one. But not when an asset has appreciated in value from its bottom 100% and is now testing the top. That is just never going to be a strategic entry. I don't care if it breaks and goes to 100K in a month or two. It just still doesn't matter because this is Bitcoin. It's different probably than everything else on chain analytics. But I'm talking about traditional technical analysis, man. Like you'll never find me trying to tell people to long right now, even if it goes up or down. So I'm drinking this coffee, man. I went out, hung out with one of my new friends, and we're shooting the S and all that. It was good, man. I had a great time. And then went to see my old boss, and he asked me about some scam coin on Binance Smart Chain about NILs for college athletes, and I told him all I know about Binance Smart Chain and like pretty much the anthropological study I did on that crap. Like by like going in, I'm like, I gotta see how these scammers are working. This is this new scam age thing. I gotta know what they do. And I found out. And I told him all about it, and he's kind of like more reluctant now, which is good. I told him, you want to go play these Binance Smart Chain coins, it's like walking into a casino. You can walk into that casino and you can go play, you can go to the craps table, I guess, more so the slots. You can go to the slot machines, you can go to the roulette table. That's Binance Smart Chain. You can also walk into that casino and you can walk over to the poker table, no limit poker table, playing against other people, right? That's what's taught here, is the poker of the financial markets is here. Most people are driven or drawn to the degenerate gambler game of chance, where this is the game of skill here. And it's being taught and all the information's in front of you. It's just, are you going to act on it? I don't know. So a lot of people do, and a lot of people's lives have been changed. Go look at the Patreon testimonials. Jeez, just watch this stream for 6 months. You'll probably be in a better shape than you were 6 months ago when you're talking about sizing up what risk is, what low risk is, what high reward is, all these things. So anyway, that's it. So yeah, nice on Yell. I mean, what do we do? Go to let's go to Cardano real quick, just for a second. Say hi. to a large market cap coin. Look at Hex, look at these others. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, hey, it's confirming its bottom, and then it hits the resistance and fails again. I'll tell you this, Cardano is extremely neutral. It is really hard to have any kind of conviction here on Cardano going up or down, because this thing, you flip that effing coin, it's going one way or another, and that's where the price is going. Where the coin lands, that's it. I don't have really this is what it's turning into now, okay? Like, for real. It's just like this. Yeah, congratulations on breaking your supply line, and it means nothing. Like, market participants don't even care that it broke the supply line, right? You just kind of got this kind of stuff going now, like a local price contraction. Super neutral. Well, you can start it here too. Like yeah, sure, fine, right here. Forget this one. Just right here. This is what you got going on. Okay, price contraction, meaning market participants, it's kind of fixed price. Right? People are understanding that, yeah, around 215 to 220 is a fair price for Cardano for now. But eventually it won't be. Eventually it'll be break down. You'll see 188 again, a much more strategic area for a strong entry, maybe. Or it'll break upward and go to 250 and then maybe even back up to $3 almost, right? But for now, it is neutral. It is coin flip territory. So, like, to go long on this, good luck, man. One could, look, dude, it's almost like this. Like, one could have the same chance of it playing out if they did this, trying to take a long at the bottom, as they would be as if they tried to take a short at the top. Right, with a stop loss above that previous high, and then, you know, the target being down here at the inflection point. Either way, like, whether you're going short at the top or long at the bottom, you got about the same. You got the coin flips chance, which is not what you're looking for as a trader. You don't want to take longs on assets that are neutral, really. You want to have some sort of, hey, we got a greater than 50% chance of it playing out. So that's why we're looking for harmonics, 886s, undeniable evidence. Not, oh, maybe I see a harmonic here and it's confirming a bottom, but it's, what about this swing low, you know, and what about this swing high? Well, we omit them, but this is too many questions. I have to ask too many questions to be really confident on this, and I don't care where it goes, man. Just, I hope it goes up for everyone's sake that's long on it, but it's neutral. It's very neutral right now. That's it. Okay. Bueller, hold on a sec. We got less than 1 hour until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Thanks for the, 1,040 people tuned in. Dang, dude, 400 likes. It's pretty good. Thanks for those 400 likes. I know we get 500 likes in seconds, and thanks so much for the effort yesterday getting this YouTube channel over 60,000 subs for the first time ever. Thanks for the effort of getting me over 10,000 followers on Twitter, over 11,000 on Instagram. I'm just not active on those platforms. But I don't know, being 5 figures is big to me. I'm impressed. I'm happy. So thank y'all for that. Seriously. Okay, so Cardano, flip your coin, dude. Go to your slot machine, or maybe not. Maybe just your roulette table, kind of. Okay. And then we go to Binance Coin, and then we'll do Hex after that. Binance down almost 6% today. Yeah, it's struggling. I mean, the bearish divergence really was developing on the MACD. It doesn't help when Bitcoin's down 5%. It's literally just following Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was up 10% today, Binance would probably be on its way to the measured move. It's not over yet by any means. It's just you're getting to levels that are, think about it. This is like 88% retrace from previous highs, right? Think about high X, A, B, C, and then D, 88. This is literally exactly where reactions occur. 100 plus years, over and over and over again. Assets create M shape, W shapes, and then they react at 886s, literally there. It doesn't mean it's over at all. It just means that, hey, you could retrace some, and then a bullish 5-0 develops. Hold above 430, and then this happens. You could confirm a bottom. You could double bottom here too. But like you go deep down, retrace from the lowest low to the highest high, 50% pullback or 382, and then this happens. it's a bearish harmonic that evolves into a bullish harmonic, the 5-0, and then that bullish harmonic just ushers in a continuation of the overall trend, and it runs up to the major levels, the major 886s, where I think this will be going eventually. You go to the daily, let me show you, right? Like, let me show you exactly what I mean, right? This has been my target long before we had any of this price action. X, A, B, C, and then D, the 886, right? The major wave structure. Eventually, I think this is where it's going. Binance is going to 637, 636. Yeah, it could take a while. It's a C to D waves, a large wave, especially on the daily. It takes time, man. Lots of time. Patience required. Yeah, what would be wrong with on the daily this asset comes and back tests an old level of support before it goes higher?
Can we check Clover Health? I also requested that setter earlier. Did I miss that, or have we not gotten into
We haven't even
requests
gotten a
yet?
request yet, man. I'm still looking at like the index funds and the larger market cap. You know, dude, I don't know. I just think there's been a lot to talk about. We've had 3 trade setups that hit targets today. I mean, there's just been good stuff to talk about. I think there's been a lot of education laden in this stream so far. I don't know if you're enjoying it. Let me know. Give me some feedback on today's stream. Has it been bad? Has it been good, chat? I never know on my side, right, until I get feedback from y'all. So we're on a roll. I mean, that's the word. That's how you think it would be, right? Okay, so I think it is time though. We got to go to Hex. There was a request, but it's also a larger market cap coin, so try to give it some credence, you know. Right back down. So we might be getting our confirmation low. It's close, man. It's real close, right? We got the butterfly, the beautiful bullish hammer. You ran up, you tested the old resistance support as resistance, and you sold off. I don't know if the bottom's in yet. I don't know. I'd love it to see 25 cents again. That would make me feel real good. And then maybe we see Japanese candlestick bullish engulfing or something. We see some really strong bullish divergence. It's undeniable. I just don't see it yet. I'd like it to go a little bit closer to the pattern completion zone for that type 2 return. But we're getting there. It's the argument for a potential trade setup long is getting closer to happening. I'd like to see it dip a little bit lower. 25.5 cents will be legendary to see a Japanese candlestick reversal. Maybe we can get like oversold again or something, and then that undeniable bullish divergence shows up on the oscillators. Just don't think you're quite there yet, but you're on the way. You're working on it.
Noise!
Hey brother, can we look at ACE/USDT?
Yes, Cruiser, thanks for the 25. Much love. Yeah, we'll look at it. As Bitcoin continues to slide today, looking like it wants to sell off some more and head on down to 61,250. You can't be surprised. I mean, the whole like Binance flash crash really soured this market a little bit. Yep, sure. That's not a good event. You're not going to get more liquidity. You're not going to get more money that wants to enter this market desperately FOMOing when that happens. No way. All right. So what was the request? So we got it. We're going. All right. That was Hex. That was one. Let's see here. Okay. Well, we have Angelo that tipped in the middle of the day. You want to BitShares? We're going to look at BitShares that really, I mean, you know, you've got the whole thing going on, right? You got the whole potential inverse head and shoulders that has developed, like on many other assets. The candle will close right there, going back to May, but like, you know, you got this going. Clearly like a bottom established, then the lower low, and then the higher low. Clearly, you know, this is developing around the markets, and at the same time, it's really cool because look at this. It's like a shark pattern. It's like a shark that hit its pattern completion zone and then the momentum shifting structure developed. Look at that. 886 chat. Hello? This happened on WRX and several others, so it's a homogenous market in a lot of ways, same market participants, I guess. But the problem is, we know for a fact there is a really strong inflection point zone pretty much between like 6.2 cents and 5.7 cents. You've not been able to break that. You do break it, wow, you go insane.
0.0080103 BTC.
What's up, X03? Thanks for the $50 contribution, man. Boom.
Hype in the chat!
Whatever, man. I mean, Big deal. $50 tips, man. Crazy good. Thank you. We'll look at whatever you want, dude. Whatever you just said, yes. But just trying to get through these first. You can understand, like, it looks okay, but it's just not out of the woods. The levels it needs to break, it has failed to break them, and it's just selling off. Hopefully it just makes a higher low than previous low. I don't think it's at a strategic entry area right now because of it's down 4.3%. It's not really like, how do you strategize along? I mean, the closer you are to 3.9 cents is the more strategic you are for a long, right? Because that's the inflection point. It goes back all the way to August of last year, and really goes back to February last year. Dang, man. Hello? Where's the music at, man? Sorry. So though, yes, congratulations on it doing the good stuff that normally what happens after this occurs. Eventually, it could take months. It'll sell off. It'll make a higher low than your low from October 12th, and eventually break the resistance and then run to these deeper levels, right? Complete reset happens. You just got to think about it like this. It's not just this here locally. It was also this, like many other assets, right? 886. And then another harmonic structure, another 886 here. Like, that's really good. I mean, it's like long term, you're thinking this is probably destined for much higher levels. Much, much higher levels where eventually, aggressively, go up to like 15 cents all-time highs again. But you don't have to be that aggressive. I'm just telling you, like, this is really good. This is a good chart, and it's doing some really good things. And this is normally what happens before major markups happen, but it could be a month or two. It could be a little bit further down the road here. You get it? Not bad. There are other S coins that have developed the same things, but they're already at all-time highs and even beyond. Already. They've already played out. So it's like, this one just hasn't played out. And GRT, man.
Through 200 of its Coinstar kiosks and is high up with
All
crypto
that,
ATM firm CoinMe. News just got released and it has been confirmed. Have a good night, Mitch.
Thanks, Shredda. Good thing it's literally not doing anything for the price. No one cares about Coinstar, Walmart news, because Bitcoin's at 62,400, almost down 6%. Going to show tremendous weakness going to the close. Like, it'll probably be at its lowest price of the day in the next 48 minutes. This is crazy. It's like over and over and over. It's like, hey, we're either really strong going to the close or really weak. We're never kind of like, just kind of middle of the ground. You just see it over and over and over. All right, next request. BTS is not bad. Angelo.
Noise!
Jinesh Raj Kumar super chatted $36.94. Hi, could you please take a look $1 at a time? Thank you for all the alpha.
What's up, Jinesh, man? Thanks, dude. For 36 and change super chat. Sure. We'll look at alpha. No, wait. Time. Yeah, we'll look at it. Thank you, man. All right, next request, though. What was it? It was CHPT. ChargePoint Holdings. Oh, well, this is what we had identified, okay? This is what we had looked at. It was terrible. It showed a beautiful textbook bearish butterfly and dumped, but then a falling wedge appeared. It fell below critical ice line. But what do we discuss? What we've already discussed, it is not about the break of the inflection point, chat, like it did. It is about the follow through price action that is received after the breakdown, which was below 1950. It didn't immediately reject it, but like it held, it went down to another level, another high from October 21st, and then rallied. And what did it do? The thing that we talk about countless times in here. Look at this ice line, how it sprung and then back tested the spring, the date of October 15th and the 18th. Well, even bullish engulfing on the 18th, and look at it now.
Smiley face. Love to all the Patreon kings. And to 5150, 5,150. What do you think of Algo? Patreon is class. Looking forward to the chat later. Education all the way. Knock. Winking face.
Thanks, Not Man. Appreciate it. Algo? I don't know. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. You're a little off, right? 1446. You killing me, dude. You're killing me. Making me the bad guy, making me Scarface here. All right, so 1950 identified, and it was a March 5th ice line, March 24th, April 20th. Look, May 13th. Wouldn't that be 60 million subs the way you typed it, chat? Could you back me up on this? That's broken now. You're broken to jar.
Congrats on 60,000K subs. And for doing it the right way. Best, my man.
Thank you, Sadie Third. But I don't have 60 million subs, which I think is 60,000 K, right? Oh. Anyway, so that ice line, that level, was broken back above and then back tested successfully multiple times. That is a spring back test of spring. That is smart money. That's what they look for. And look what it's doing since then. The wedge, you got the, wow, it had a false break out of the wedge and whipsawing, and there is not much price action correlation. I mean, where is it? Like, I mean, I guess there's a wick low there, but dude, there's probably going to the supply line. I think that would be the next target here. Just extend this out. So your target in time could be like $27. This is holding a support, holding a zone of inflection by the looks of it, right? And if you hold this, look at it, look straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. It could go straight up again. 3150 could be your aggressive targets. The range. CHPT. There you go, dude. Next request. Okay, Avalanche. I think it's Avalanche. I might be wrong. Was it not? I don't know. So here's your Avalanche that looks like, this is the problem with a lot of altcoins. They've been showing really strong developments, but they're bottoming out, they're rallying and making lower highs than previous highs, which is like distribution. And they're selling off, it's bleeding out. And now, dude, I don't like this below 6.3 cents. But if it stays above, if it gets back above 6.3 cents and then back tests it successfully, I'd be really happy about it. I'm just kind of like, I figured it could eventually see 9 to 11 cents. It's not dead yet. It's just, I want it to be above the level from history from August 18th. And it's not, man. It's not above it. Oh, Avalanche is AVAX. My bad, dude. All these S coins, man. You get it. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad.
Noise!
Thanks for your work and encouraging us to learn. Can you look at Wing/USDT?
We'll look. Thank you, John, for the 20. We will look. My man. Yeah, but yummy, dude, like, again, I'm not concerned. I'm concerned with this chart. I'm concerned about an ice line. It's below. It needs to get back above. There is technically, somehow, it's hidden bullish divergence trying to develop. It played out, though, and it's going nowhere. It's below the 200 moving average.
Plus 12.34 equals 5,678. I'm exposed to some maths failure. Smiley face.
Yes. Knock. Yes. I will just nod my head and be like, okay. All I know is I think that now makes you reach certainly the criteria. So we'll look at that. Okay. Sorry, man. I hate that it has to be a thing. It's just quality of life. It's just like when the times are up and I don't have $20 requests, I'll get like, think about it, if I didn't have a $10 request, I get $3 requests and they'd be going the entire stream. They wouldn't stop and I'd be streaming for 4 hours looking at random crap the whole stream. Someone could end up trolling me, you know, just look at every asset because they can afford it, you know. When you have the $20 request, it makes the stream like better. We've learned. Okay. All right, that's it. I mean, that's, oh, come on, man. Lower highs, what does it do it? Well, we got a descending triangle going on right now. You gotta, something's gotta give. It hasn't given yet. Next one was really interesting. I mean, it had a nice bounce off the inflection point. Clover Health Investments, man. Oh, thank you, Janesh, man. That's really kind of you and considerate.
Janesh Raj Kumar super chatted $36.94. Just realized that there are multiple time tokens. So this super chat is to clarify that it's for Wonderland money equals time.
Money equals time. Yes, sir. Thanks, dude. Sorry, the sun's gone down. It's nice. I can open my blinds like while the stream's still going, you know. So Clove, yeah, man. Anything above $7, $7.30 is okay, but it seems like it's kind of topping out. It'd be really cool to see it come back down to $7.30 and create like a double bottom or something. Right? So it's just kind of like, if it's range bound, it's pretty clear, right? Between these levels. You're near the bottom, but you're kind of well off of it. It literally reacted October 4th.
Clove on the weekly. Bullish division. Also, I think we might have missed etc.
Did we? We missed a couple. Wow. Wow, we did miss multiple ones. I don't know, my bad. We're going to get to them, don't worry. They'll be covered. Everyone's here. We're good. Your weekly, yes, there's definitely bullish divergence. And you haven't seen positive momentum since the week of July 12th. Yeah, man. It's going to be getting ready to roll. You're getting ready to pump, man. I mean, bullish engulfing candle a couple weeks ago. Still valid. Yeah, the weekly actually on Clove looks really good. Lower risk areas. You're diverging. And your target would probably be right there, $10. $10, right? Low, swing highs. Obviously correlating in price there. From recently, yeah. So, yeah, this is implying that sellers are somewhat exhausted and it could rally here. Yeah, your weekly time scale is really good on CLOV. Kind of a little bit more difficult on the daily. But it's almost like a shark pattern hitting the pattern completion zone at the critical level and holding. But it could come down for a type 2 return. So you just can't rule that out. If it comes back down a little bit more, it's not dead. It just means, hey, market participants won that confirmation. That's Clove. All right, let me make sure. Let's catch up here. Yeah, you're right, Egg. You're right, man. Dang, that was far back. What the heck? We did miss it, though. You're right. All right, so Ethereum Classic that, wow, it looked like it was having a good day. Then it's not. Now it's like about to not be having a good day. Yeah, man, it's doing the same stuff as like others where it's like that, you know, almost inverse head and shoulders behavior. It's really scuffed looking. It made a deep retrace, not so much as a perfect harmonic because it was too perfect on X, or like these two peaks are too perfect, but it did lose like 80 or 78% of its value, right? It went down 75% of the way, back tested inflection point, held and is rallying. I mean, this could be it could have bottomed out, you know, but now it's just kind of like you've been stuck in a range since October 2nd. Up and down, and looks like you're coming back down into it. I don't really see an edge right now. That's great. I mean, it's really tough, man, right? You had to, we'll see if we can hold above 55.29, but this one is like, why do I not bring that up on Patreon? Because it's just like, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't deep enough. There were just a lot of things that weren't that great about it. But, you know, if you get the weekly, it looks good, right? The weekly looks nice. Yeah, weekly looks really good. Like where you're making a really strong hidden bullish divergence argument on the MACD. Right, you see it a low and then the higher, slightly higher low. So it's almost like a confirmation low. Ooh, crap, it's more like bullish convergence. It's like class C, hidden divergence, whatever. Either way, I mean, that's not bad. Not really bad. So like many other coins, is the entry good now? Probably not the best entry right now. And Bitcoin wants to dump to 61.2 or 58.4. Definitely terrible. This thing's gonna dump again. But yeah, weekly's okay, like others. Here's your daily that just, wow, what a fake out. Like, wow, look how euphoric it was today. It got as high as $60. Now it's at 55.73. Gross. Dang, from the high, imagine FOMOing in. And if you FOMOed in at the high, you're down 7.3%. Wow. And yeah, I thought the target would be above $50, should be 62. You didn't even get there. So, yeah, it's okay, dude. Wow, I can't believe I missed these. Holy crap. No way. All right. So we're going to look at this one next that was in line that I think got listed today. This is a Donald Trump. Not listed today. I guess something happened. But this is like something. It's a SPAC, an SPAC that got listed or something. It's up 356% today. After hours, it's up another 45%. So you understand it's up like 400% total. You see this blue line right here? This is where the price is after hours trading. It closed at $45.50. It's currently sitting at $66. Way up here. Dude, talk about walking to the casino and go on the roulette table. This is like going to the basement where they have like unregulated gambling, you know, like, oh yeah, dude, you can actually wager your kidney if you want to, or your firstborn. Yeah, that's, you're going to the basement, dude, to do ancient Chinese trading on this if you want. So this is cool to look at, but no action to take with traditional technical analysis at all. Bitcoin's about to be at its session lows, lowest low of the day, and here it is. You are now officially at your lowest level, the lowest level we've seen in many, many days. Just 2 days ago, we were at the price. So, yep, pulling back at all-time highs, failing to break out. It is a certain failure on Bitcoin to break out above all-time highs. You did make all-time highs, but you only had candle close confirmation on the daily, which is really not good. And it's just like, it's your weakest form. So get wrecked, Bitcoin. And FOMOers, whatever. Learn your lessons. You got to. Cool. All right, next request. The next one was, let's make sure it's not Nexo Coin. Okay, it's not. All right, sweet.
Noise.
Can we check the 3-day and weekly on CRSR?
Corsair. If you want, man. Sure. Sure. So Thermo Fisher Scientific. Okay. Old resistance, 525, 30, 533, right? You're above it. You broke it. You didn't spend much time back testing it, and now you hit a high. You've sold off. You're now attempting your rally, and nothing's ensuring the rally is going to higher highs. This is how bearish divergence develops. You're at all-time highs. So if it could break 616, think continue upward. But let's just think about this here, kind of like. Couple ways to look at it, right? Where it actually makes sense to XABCD, talking like a 1618. Well, I mean, it's like at the pattern completion zone. It's beyond it, you know. Like that's for some sort of a crab pattern or something, you know. Even butterfly, it doesn't matter. 1618. So it's like maybe confirming the top up there. I have no idea how much this is going to climb, but yeah, I think waiting. So what does all this mean? It doesn't mean go short now. It just means like if you're looking for a strategic long entry on this asset, not a good idea, right? Whenever an asset is at fib extensions, that means you're paying 161.8% premium on the asset to long it. But at the same time, for a short, it could be 161.8% sale on the asset. Just depends on what you want to do. And up here near all-time highs on a potential confirmation high, even if it keeps going higher, you're just not playing the game right. You're looking for higher low, double bottoms, hidden divergence to go long. If you're looking to go long now, it's just, it can keep going, but it's not a strategic entry. Based on traditional technical analysis, it's a formula, man. It's like over and over and over again. You're paying premium. You're at potential double top areas. It can keep going, but okay, keep playing the numbers game. Keep playing assets that have run up, right? How much in value in this period of time? You know, the bottom was in June of this year, and now you're up 40% in 130 days, and you're at a 16185 extension. I mean, sure, keep going, whatever. But I think you get it, right? This is not a Moon Boy prediction channel. This is just, we're looking at value and premium, and yeah, Fibonacci can help us gain insight into that. Okay, the next one was this waiter, I think. Yes, it was waiter. It was a waiter. Holy crap! What a reaction! This is a Bartley, a bullish Gartley Bartley. Wow, man. It happened, and now you're above an inflection point of 131. And that divergence really came to be, didn't it, on the RSI? That's crazy in the end. Crazy divergence. So it just literally at that 886 chat, pow, pop, right? From the PCZ, the 886, the asset has appreciated in value 83 to 84% in like a week. This is the type of, these are called reactions. This is not a confirmation low. It may never confirm, but this is the stuff that you see happen all the time at these levels, because market participants are perceiving value because they think there might be an 88.6% sale on waiter, and at the same time a 1.618% sale on waiter between B and C, and there's confluence between the 1618 and the 886. It's beautiful right there, X marks the spot. And you're trying to tell me at this level sellers are this exhausted on the RSI on the daily. Pretty good combo for a reaction at least. And so hopefully, you know, it does its thing and then it pulls back, so maybe fills the gap. But that's a lot of volume on that gap up. I just don't know if it'll fill earnings coming up, what seems to be November. It would be nice to get a confirmation low before going higher. A great example of what we're really looking for is something still in the same arena, I think, as waiter, is Airbnb, right? Good example of a reaction low and then a reversal low, right? You got the harmonic structure. On the first time, no one knows, it ran up really nice for a while, then sold off and hit the second bottom. On the second bottom, look at all the divergence, and then it was off, right? Don't know on the first time. Second time, our participants gain a lot more clarity they need. Okay, that's it. That was your waiter. All right, next request. BBIGI. That's not here. That doesn't exist. How many are freaking out? Oh no, 4% drop. What? Anyway, are you talking about Bitcoin maybe? BBIG. I mean, BBIG, Vinco Ventures that we've been to, it's over. Like the confirmation low happened and it ran up to a level of inflection and literally reversed there. And now it's kind of in no man's land where I wouldn't be touching it till it tests $4.22 to $4 down here at the bottom part. Right? This is what you asked for. There's no action to take right now. It just back tested 730 to 760 as resistance. Confirmation did the highs in and could dump much lower. BBIG, I'm here. I am here. Sean, I wouldn't take action on it. If anything, I would wait for $4, $4.20.
Is that a joint?
I draw the harmonics myself. I use no indicator. I have memorized them. So I can literally, with my eyes closed, plot a harmonic. Like I've memorized all the structures, all the criteria needed, and it takes practice, lots of practice to do that. Next request. There's a Bitcoin pair. Bitcoin pair. STX, which is stacks to Bitcoin. Oh, I love it above 2800. I love that. Look how much it was tested as support and held. Very nice. Right there. I mean, just kept holding and holding and holding, and then just popped, and it looks fine. And it keeps testing the top of a new level, 4285, which is a candle high close for April 6th. And look, April 20th and July 13th, and locally in October. I mean, if it breaks that, then you got to test 4879. Then after that, it probably would start its major run up to 8,000 up there. But yeah, I mean, it's really strong wave structure potentially. I'll tell you, like, if things like really played out this way, if it was actually going to really outperform Bitcoin, look at this, an X and A, then it'll be a deep retrace, and then a higher low, and then a 1618 would take ye all the way to 6,800, right? That looks very strong. I mean, that's a very real possibility. Kind of, it was range bound, and then you broke out, fell below it, and you rallied, and then you sprung, you back tested the spring a multitude of times, and now you're around again. So this makes this a very real argument eventually. So STX could be implying that it's going to outperform Bitcoin for a little while, a little bit longer. Sure. There you go. Cool. Next request. MATIC. Old MATIC, it's stuck, man. Can't break that level of inflection that happened to be the second target of the trade setup. Can you believe it, man? And we got to look at that because it was too perfect. It was last Thursday. 1 week ago, this trade setup was posted, I believe. And within 15 to 20 minutes of being posted, it began to launch and then hit the first target within less than 12 hours. It was really kind of crazy. And here it is. I'm going to give you the play-by-play. Yep, last week. Here it was. So we can just talk about why did it along make sense here. You know, it sprung it back, tested the spring. It was holding it successfully. There was hidden bullish divergence right there locally. Right? It was all like, hey, if you don't hold it, you dump to probably $1 or less. But if you hold it, you're probably going to 126. I'm sorry, you're probably going to 163 because look at the price action history: straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, over and over and over. That's all it did was straight up, straight down. So it's like, okay, probability is high. If it does hold this level, it would run to that next level, and if it didn't, it would sell off, and we would get stopped out very soon, and then you would barely lose any money, and then you go on with your day. So this was it. Within 12 hours, it was over. At least the first target. And it's been stuck for a week. It hit the first target on the first day, half day, and it's literally tested that level like 3 times and hasn't been able to break it. And if it does break it, I think you're going to, you know, at least I think the top of the zone is nice. I mean, conservative 170. And then, like, if it breaks that, you're going up here to 220, a candle high close back from late May. Next target. So it's all about the levels. We don't know if those levels will hold, but we certainly understand the significance of those levels based on what happens in history when the asset holds as support or holds as resistance, where it goes after. That was what made this a strategy, a strategic entry. And the fact that it was above the 200-day moving average was really nice too. That's always great, healthy. So next request. Let's keep it going, man. I've been live 1 hour and 35 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. We're on a roll. Yeah. But the question was about the weekly. Was there a bullish harmonic or something? An Adam and Eve on the weekly? No. I mean, it's just an extremely strong wave structure where you've made a low, you've rallied, hit a sell wall, and now you're making an extremely higher low. Bullish convergence. Yeah. The weekly looks like it's going to 220 minimum, and if it goes nuts, it go to 350 after that. I mean, this is a potential bearish harmonic structure. Bad action magnet moves around 180. Once it breaks at 220, you know, 250, and then maybe 350 after that, if that bearish harmonic fails. Yeah, dude, it looks very, very prime. Like a couple other ones we know. XLM looks very similar here. It's a little bit better. But yeah, this looks set up on the, I mean, this big chart, this is a kind of implying, yeah, so you give it 2 months on MATIC, it's going to be probably a lot higher in value than it was today. Yep, a lot of weekly altcoin charts look great, implying a lot more upside, meaning this cycle would continue. Yep. Next request was this. We looked at this yesterday or past few days ago. Get wrecked. Majorly get wrecked. Cardano to Bitcoin. That, what did it do? It looks like it made a 78% retrace from its all-time high to low. High to low. Ah, no, it hit the 618. Went up to maybe a 70% retrace for pulling back. And let's see. Below the high from May of 2018, which was crazy. That was May Day. That was when the market crashed. You're requesting it because it looks like there might be a harmonic structure. I agree. Technically, some hidden bullish divergence turning it. I mean, but locally, classic divergence. So it's okay. This means like short term, maybe. Just maybe. Cardano might begin to outperform Bitcoin to the US dollar for a little while. The 886, so you're at the pattern completion zone. There's very, very strong bullish divergence. It reminds me of Ethereum to Bitcoin right here. Impending price action reversal is implied. It's not really happened yet, has it? This is not a confirmation low. This would be a reaction low, not really actionable, but this is implying a reversal soon to the upside. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it probably would. That's your Cardano to Bitcoin. So it seems like if this played out, which I don't know, but if it did play out, this means that if Bitcoin sold off, Cardano wouldn't lose as much value. If Bitcoin went up in price, Cardano would go up higher percentage points in price to the US dollar. That's what this means. One or the other, it's going to outperform whether in the selling or in the rallying. Okay, that's it. M shape being complete. Sellers are exhausted here. Deep value received areas. Certainly cannot be surprised if some sort of reaction happens, and the reaction normally at these levels is just kind of like this. It's a little up next, not down. Okay. Can I look at US dollar tether to .d? Sure, market cap dominance for US dollar tether. I can't even believe I've been here before. When have I been here before, man? Gee, it's back down to the demand line. Whoa, holy crap. Look at that. That is really, really interesting chart, right? Because it's like, I know it's US dollar tether, dominance, demand. Look at this shark. Undeniable shark. Sitting pretty much near or at the PCZ. Let's do the cipher tool here because of the higher high on C. How's this gonna look? 786. So it's like a bullish cipher down here, isn't it? At the pattern completion zone of US dollar tether to dominance. Reaction low, potential reversal low, and it just so happens the reversal low is at a demand line that goes all the way back to pretty much November 2018. Whew. Why see here? Because this is like the first peak and sell-off, so you can't go wrong using those first pieces of data to use your harmonics at the same time. Let's say I wasn't. Then it would be some sort of alternate bat, which would be the exact same pattern completion zone, so it doesn't even matter, right? I'm talking about this. Someone's asking, oh no, this is a bullish alternate bat that's near the PCZ anyway. So it's, you know, That's why. I'm just using the first swing high, then the swing low after it, and then the next swing high after it. The first ones, not the second ones. But you can use the second ones. But oftentimes, a lot of times, it ends up being the exact same pattern completion zone. So this might be just a bullish saver. Yeah, meaning implying that maybe if this is real, then normally what happens is this. That's it. Okay. Okay. Next request. Got a decent amount of them today. Came out of nowhere. Very nice. Very nice. Nexo to the US dollar Tether. Certainly looked like it went for a reset. 786. Maybe not even. And then just found a bottom here. And you have a top right here. Candle high close from May 28th. And confirmation June 8th. Also a candle high close back from February 22nd, so a little zone here. You have now tested that level as resistance. That's it. So no breakout, but if you did break out, it could be insane. Could be nuts. Really like the higher low here, and I like locally within this level, this range, right? X, A, B, C, D. Didn't quite get to that 886, did it? Which would have been the real pattern completion zone. Yeah, it only got to a 76% retrace. It happens sometimes. So there wasn't really too much of an edge here for a strong long, unless you were cherry picking and you were like, oh, this is it right here. This would have been the X. Okay, the harmonic. But so this one was tougher to really identify like a nice long entry. Kind of created that inverse head and shoulders behavior and broke upward. But again, lower risk areas 103 to 118. And then the highest risk areas for a long between 241, 248. This is normally where a lot of people take profit, right? If one got in near the bottom at 886s or literally inflection point bottoms, one's taking profit at the top and you just hit it today. If it ever breaks it, the upside potential could be really good. Now at the same time, there's a high at 279, 280 that you have to pay attention to. If you break that, that's where you go to 376. So it's just range bound and just hit the top of its range today. That's Nexo for Conrad. So taking profit at a profit taking level that is strategic, that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's to pay off debt. One made money on this. Be sure to pay your taxes. But yeah, man, getting out of debt and selling assets at profit taking levels that are strategic, you know, you take them for the right reason. Great, man. But again, profit taking levels, trades are just chapters in the long-term book, which is the trend itself, which could take, you know, much, much higher levels eventually. Okay, next request. Which I think we already looked at. We looked at already because I skipped all these other ones somehow accidentally. Okay, now we're like really catching up here. All right, so the next request was really good. This one's like Wyckoff accumulation. This one I think in like 3 months will be substantially higher in price just based on its structure here. Bullish shark. It's incredible, man. Ace looks really, really good looking. Ask Zoolander. Okay. Zoolander would say, oh my God, it's incredible, impeccable. This is an asset that's bottoming out, and you have the momentum shifting structure to boot to really help the argument here. Left shoulder, head, and then your right shoulder, Momo shifting. You broke above that 8.5 cent area. You even back tested it as support, bullish engulfing, break, hook, and go confirmation on the 4-hour breakout. So I think the target next is 12.5 cents, 14.4 cents after that, then 18 cents after that, then 23 cents. Jeez, dude, you gonna kill somebody? I think they're just doing siren tests. Oh, we're going to make sure our siren's working really well. Let's just drive around all of downtown and just blare it and see if people hear it. Okay, we're good. It works. We'll come back in 5 minutes and test it again. So this ACE, I think eventually easy 14 cents. And if this is a cycle reversal, I think you're going to 20 plus cents again in time. This is a great looking asset. Okay, extremely good looking. Like I'm talking, this is what dreams can be made of. This is it, man. This is it. Okay, like I'm telling you, you're at 9.8 cents now, but again, this could be at 20 cents in a week or 2 or 3 or 4 in time. This is what assets look like before major reversals that end up eventually doing this. It's too many countless times we've seen it. So history repeats itself all the time. Bots are programmed, whatever. Okay. That's ACE. Next request was Wonderland money. Wonderland money. How does that work? How do I type in time and find Wonderland money? Anyone know? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Someone help me out on this because this is not helping me. He actually tipped again to clarify, and I just don't know. Wonderland money equals time. Multiple time tokens. There is no that,
Hey,
any
Mitch,
of that.
Can we look at Super?
This is not on TradingView. I can't look at it, dude. I just can't. What's up, George, dude? Yeah, we'll look at Super. But, like, I can't look at time. Remember, if you're coming into this stream, understand, we don't look at Binance Smart Chain trash on PooCoin or whatever crap exchange they're on. We don't do it. It's DG and gambling. It's going to slot machines. It's Rudy Poo. So I'm telling you, Janesh, man, it's not there. It's not a degen, but it's not on TradingView. Therefore, I can't look at it. Unless you tell me it's on TradingView and then I'll look at it. I can't. If I can't apply traditional technical analysis to it and it's not on TradingView, meaning it's got enough volume to actually be tradable, or there's someone making a market on it, no thanks. You don't want to trade it, and people should not be subjected to it here that are in the viewing audience. I'm sorry, dude. Give me one that's on TradingView that has data that's not new and it's not a Binance Smart Chain, and then we'll look at it for real. Anyway, moving on. We have to until we get resolution here, okay? Okay, so the next one was Algo. Algo Rand. That is okay-ish, but it's just very similar to Cardano, extremely neutral. Right, trying to hold all-time highs as support, at least the zone of inflection is trying to be back tested as support, but the top of the zone is being tested as resistance. It's so neutral where it could roll over and continue its correction, easy, or it continues upward and attempts a rally. I don't know. This one's so neutral right now. Certainly not at value perceived areas, which you had those way down at much lower levels, right? For now, I'm a little confused here. I don't know if this is going to hold up. Probably depends on where Bitcoin's going. You break 184, okay, you're going to 206, then 240. If you don't hold 171, you're going straight back down to 150, and then 119, 120 after that. So I'm very, like, I see the harmonic and stuff, but I'm quite neutral on this right now. You have to be neutral. There's no way to be extremely bullish on this. You have to be neutral. I think you flip a coin, it's going one way. You flip a coin, it's going the other way. No edge. Not really, dude. Give me a break. Next one. Okay, we got another one. Like, never mind. So it's that. It's got a different ticker than the name of it. Well, you have something called WIN, which is a wink to the US dollar tether. It is failing to break a level from May 26th. Again, I mean, it looks okay. Momo shifted. You broke a supply line here. Look, I mean, this was it right here. Bump and run stuff. You're still out of it. Great. But you're failing to break 6.3 cents. It looks like a reset. XABCD. Yeah, I don't know why my work didn't save here. We looked at this recently, right? It was a harmonic. It was definitely a harmonic. And you had that reaction low, reversal low, the atom, and Eve double bottom. Scanwick was the atom. Eve was the second bottom, and it's rallied from there. And I just, you know, I don't think it's the low risk areas anymore. The 886s, 786s are always that. And now it's like you have some kind of bearish divergence going on. One high is slightly higher high, add inflection point, kind of double topping on the oscillators. It's really not a value area. It's not a very good long entry, and it's now obviously falling below the level you want it to be above. It's never really been able to hold above this level ever on this in this chart's history, never. But you think eventually it'll just sell off, make a higher low than the previous lows, and then eventually run again, and then once it breaks for real, this you know, 6.2 to 6.9 cent zone of resistance, then it could maybe be off and go see 1.3, 1.4 cent. I think it's like, no, it's actually 6/100ths of a penny. It's worthless. Oh my God, man. It's worthless. Okay. Next one. Corsair doing the same. Look, I've had this plotted. I haven't touched it. Yeah, it looks like it's divergent even more. But it was divergent here on August 19th. Triple divergence. Rallied, made a lower high, back tested what was once resistance. As resistance again, it's selling off. And it's like the real areas. Even where you are now, it's hard to justify a long. Even if this divergence ends up really playing out on the 4 hour. Let's see the daily. Man, that daily looking pretty good on the RSI. But again, where you are, there is no formal support here. The formal support is 2249, and the pattern completion zone of this huge pattern, of this huge bullish bat is potential bullish bat's 1828. I've had this here. I know people want to take longs on it. It's like, hey, maybe it reverses here, you know. But what if it rallies, fills a gap, makes a lower high, and sells off again, and then gets slightly oversold as it's hitting 2250, where it might be a much more strategic entry? You're still waiting. This thing's bleeding out. It's correcting. Still waiting on Corsair for more value. It's not deep enough in value. Even if it does reverse here, it's still pretty. I mean, it's like beyond the golden zone, but it's in between the golden zone and the deep retraces. So it's like, who's going long? Who's perceiving value at 67% retraces? I don't know. Weekly and something. 3-day. Yeah, 3-day. Working on triple divergence. No bullish Japanese candlestick reversal. RSI is still kind of meh. It's okay. Yeah, what happens though if the negative momentum starts building tomorrow or on the next 5 3-day candles? Then it could get a lot higher and be on a lot lower prices, and then this could begin to develop and mature at the deeper retraces. Then the weekly giving you nothing, man. Weekly saying nothing till 21 bucks. Look at left. Holy crap, nothing there. Look at this. Successful back test of what was once supposed to be a support. Is now resistance. That's a really strong weekly statement that lower prices, you've rejected it and you confirmed that it's a resistance. So to me, I'm just still, I would wait. Why not wait for the M's, man? Wait for the M's, the 7s, and the 886s. Why wait? With what we know about history and how it almost always goes down there eventually. You could get in now and it rallies, makes a lower high, and then dumps, and it's like you're sitting in this position and you didn't strategically buy it at an 886, a value area. You just bought it at like a 68% retrace area or something weird, and there's no strategic entry. There's no ice line looking left that it's trying to hold on to. It's just kind of like, oh, you're just buying because maybe some divergence. Divergence alone's not good enough, right? It's got to be the divergence on multiple time scales, ice lines, pattern completion zones, harmonics, falling wedges nearing the apex, all those things together. You can't just have divergence, on one time scale or maybe even two, and it's controversial and nothing else, and then it's like, it's time to buy. No, it's not. It's even if it goes up, who cares, man? We're playing the numbers game.
Hey Mitch, can we look at EQZ/USDT? Thanks, man.
What's up, dude? Red, I think it's 20. Sure. If you want to look at some S coin, who cares about it? Bitcoin's dumping. Retail will not buy. They will not buy after something like a flash crash happened. But I do specifically remember, and maybe some of y'all do too, in 2017, it was late 2017 before the parabolic run happened. There was a crazy flash crash that happened. And then in the coming weeks, only good happened. Buyers came back in, and then it went to all-time highs and beyond, and Google Trends all-time highs. So this is real, and we do now have it's a new day on our hands, chat, and it was a bearish engulfing candle confirmed on the daily, unfortunately, and certainly rejection above old all-time highs. So not really what you're looking for, literally rejection. Yes, you are rejecting. Now the weekly's fine. Looking big on the weekly, you're still great. You're still up on the week, but only barely. And then you go to the daily. Here it is. Major bearish engulfing candle. This is your first real bearish engulfing candle, since like September 27th. Right? This is not a good candle. This is almost tweezer top bearish reversal candle at an all-time high inflection point. But you are still above that March 14th, 13th high. So you got that going for you, I guess, which is nice. But that is not a candle you want to see on the daily ever. It's not. It's just like looking down here and seeing a bullish engulfing candle at a major inflection point, right? You held. It engulfed. You confirmed you're not breaking down. Same thing. Congratulations. You're confirming that you're not breaking up to price discovery. That's what you did today, unfortunately. And maybe just, who cares? It's manipulation and the whales are going to push this up. I'm just telling you what's presented itself and what the paint just dried on this candle, or the wax dried on this candle, and it was not a bullish one at all. Sorry. Bearish engulfing. Okay, major S coin. Okay, cool. We got an S coin on our hands, and here it is. It's called Super. Never been here before in my life. This is a newer request. Didn't quite get down to that deeper retrace. This would have been legendary long opportunity at 45.5 cents. Just didn't get there because it would have been a 786 or an 886 deep retrace, and now it's rallying upward. So it's not at a strategic entry right now. It's in the middle of the range, getting closer to the top. The closer you get to the top, the harder it is to strategize along. And if it ever broke $1 for real, it could go insane, or you're thinking much, much higher levels in the 4 hour. Let's see. Candle high close there at 270, candle low close down here at 157. All right, if it breaks $1 for real and back tests and holds it, I think at 157, right? It goes up, 57% of its value, and then 270% of its value. But yeah, it looks similar to what we just looked at, where it's trying to present that M shape, right? Like, whatever it was is like X, A, B, C, D, but it was too shallow. Almost got to the 786, but it's a fake bad. It's like it didn't go deep enough. Like this, if you were going by the textbook, the best entry would have been down here at like 39 cents. Not even come close. But either way, I mean, you know, I've seen it before. Dumps, and then this presents itself, and this is how it reverses. You'd love to see it come down for a back test for a confirmation low. That would really give confidence to market participants to push this thing way higher. But yeah, for now, this is going on. This is developed on super, not a formal real textbook harmonic because it didn't go deep enough yet. Does not meet the rules or regulations or guidelines of the harmonic structure that we look for. If it makes a 45-50% retrace on B and then a lower high on C, it is gonna be that 886, and it did not get there. Okay, last request. Woo, my God. I've been live 2 hours now. We had no stop, no breaks. Equalizer, certainly equalizing since June. And yes, very interesting looking chart here where it has sprung. You got a range. You've sprung. You never back tested the spring. The best entry would be like 32 cents or 31.5. Never got there. You were close. But these are the low risk entry areas, right? And then up here, you got your profit taking levels. And this kind of like XPR a little bit, you know, if this could be like you go to the weekly, watch what happens in the weekly. The weekly is like one bottom, second bottom, bullish engulfing candle a couple weeks ago. There's not much data, but this could easily go to much higher levels eventually. Equalizer, EQZ, US dollar tether, could be working on a potential double bottom. And let me just show you this. Context is different, I get it, but you see this chart right here, chat, right? What was this chart? What was this chart? Huh. This was Ethereum to the US dollar, one bottom, second bottom. And within the second bottom, you had two bottoms. It's crazy, right? $123 bottom. This was identified on the stream way back. Just go in March 2020, go look for Ethereum. You'll see this identified with the second bottom. So this thing, of course, went berserk. But that's kind of what's going on with Equalizer. It's trying to find a bottom. Attempting to anyway. Okay. Hey man, this is actually a little bit better looking. Go to daily and just very clear looking. I think there's a lot of, I think from here, it could very well go to 75 to 84 cents. If it ever breaks 84 cents, then you're going to 120. After 120, that's when the insane fireworks.
Seems like yesterday.
Yeah, dude, like yesterday, but it wasn't. And I know some people's lives have substantially changed because of that pattern development, that structure on Ethereum. Mine has changed in ways I could never have dreamed of them changing when I was in high school or college. I could have never dreamed of what's happened because of these structural developments that occurred during the COVID crash lows. Yep. It's like, hey man, never have to worry about money again because of these patterns that showed up, and we were able to identify them. And then a lot of people that watched also were able to participate and make life-changing money too. So that all it takes is one awesome opportunity on weekly time scales on major market cap assets. That's all it takes. And then, year and a half later, wow, everything's changed. I never dreamed it'd be like this, and it is. It's reality. It's an awesome reality. It's like a dream. Okay, so that was the last request, if you can even believe it. Whew. Been live 2 hours and 5 minutes, man. And we got Patreon hangout night tonight. We're just gonna chill, talk for an hour or so with the peoples. Yeah, music's off. I know the set ended because we've 2 sets. Hello? Sorry, silliness things. Life goes by. 2 hours go by, you're streaming, and all of a sudden, time flies. Yeah, dude. You could easily see this thing at much higher levels in time, and everyone's like, what about EQZ? It's like, well, I remember that time. We were looking at it, and it was so close to these, like, dude, it thing's $2 now. 120, sure. All right, back to Bitcoin. That again on the daily has presented a bearish engulfing candle. Unfortunately, the first engulfing candle since September 27th, really. And it's at all-time highs. It's confirmed that the breakout is not real. We have not had a real breakout with any form of confirmation yet. So now market participants have to usher in bids to push the price back above 63.6, and we got to close tomorrow above it. Then we'll get a new candle close confirmation, and then it's still a weak form of confirmation where always a breakout, a back test, and then an engulfing candle is the strongest form, right? A candle close breakout is as weak as what we saw yesterday. You did it, man, and then immediately engulf bearishly. So now it's like back to not knowing if we are not in price discovery yet. You cannot fail to break out and then say somehow we're in price discovery. That's not how it works. So there is a lot of work that has to be done by market participants if you want price discovery, if you want 75, 88K. You're not doing it yet. You have not done it. You failed today. So that's it, man. That's literally it. Reversing at potential reversal areas, no big deal. But let's see what this whole finite supply, Michael Saylor, FOMO, institutional FOMO. Let's see what it's really made of. Is it really all that, or is it all bull crap? We'll see. We'll find out soon. It just might take a while. Continue downward, whatever. It's been a long run. It's been like non-stop, like this wave, 63% upside in 3 weeks. That is spectacular for an asset with a market cap the size of Bitcoin. That's unheard of, unreal. Never happens. Really. It doesn't. Unless it's this asset from the past. And in the past, it was never this market cap size. You know? Not really. Except maybe one time back in April.
Can we take a look at near to BTC?
Wow, dude.
It's
Really?
a lot of strength.
I was about to say thanks, everyone.
Developing at the May ATH, looking at the weekly. Curious as to what else you see. Cheers.
Thanks, dude. Look at my S-Coin, man. Showing a lot of strength, huh? Is it now? Is it showing us? Yeah, I mean, it certainly back tested old up. Look, man. Hey, what was this? We just looked at this chart. What the heck's going on? We just looked at this chart, didn't we, chat? The other S-Coin, what's the name of the S-Coin? Something? It could be double bottoming. And oops, well, you broke out. Crazy buying climax. You sold off. You back tested the level of inflection as support. A really strong reaction off of it. Hidden bullish divergence, kind of. But other than that, I don't know. Like, I mean, if it held, I think, you know, your target might be like 21,000 sats here or something. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, sure, that's great, dude. You hold anything above 12,000, 13,000 sats is bullish, right? Yeah, Bitcoin. Oh, imagine after bearishly engulfing on the daily, it can't catch bids on the new day. I'm so surprised after being up 63% in 3 weeks. It's just nothing can surprise you. Nothing should surprise you on Bitcoin when it's up that much in that short period of time, and it's at a major level of inflection that was old all-time highs. Anyway, so like this is where you are. Anything above that's good. You're reacting very well. I don't know if it's a true bottom, but that's nice. And you know, what's the price action correlation? It's normally like straight up, straight down. That's all the history you have. So maybe if it holds here for real, it could go up to 21,000 again. That's it. That's it. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, so bearish engulfing candle and no edge, certainly. The last time Bitcoin had a truest of true edges was down here, maybe at 40 to 43K area. At least it was the most strategic area. Now it's like not an area where anyone goes long for real. That's really swing trading based on value and strategy. It's just FOMO DCA buying, right? And retail, guess, good luck, man. Good luck getting retail on board with the flash crash, man. I'm telling you, it's like, how do you do that? Like, how does retail come into this market when they just heard about, oh, Bitcoin flash crash to 8150 or something? What? Retail, a lot of retail's poor, and poor people don't like hearing about they'll become instantly more poor. They could be anyway. Not a good psyop. Okay, anyway. All right, so thanks so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Got to order some food, get ready for just the Patreon hangout in a couple hours. Thank you all for everything, the likes, love, support, the views, just everything. I don't know, like I am grateful. Sometimes I you know, show some frustration in like not growing and all that, but just know it's like you can't be like complacent or happy about, I don't know, I mean, like, you got to be grateful, but at the same time, you just can't be complacent. And so sometimes, you know, I don't know. It's hard to please me with stuff like that. So I try to be hungry and never be like settling for what I have. Even though I'm grateful for what I have, I'm, you know, constantly, like every other human, wanting more. You know, someone with ambition wants more. Okay, so thank y'all. Love y'all. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA.
so many people, never felt so alone, never made so much money, never felt so damn broke. People passing people, but you'd never know, never walk such distances without the slightest hello. Barking robots in this bitch, and your best friend is a snitch, never knowing what it is, and the truth is hard to spit. And in town, so many are lost in this Hollywood shit. 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 So many people, never felt so alone, never made so much money, never felt so damn broke. People passing people, but you'd never know, never walk such distances without the slightest hello. People do what it takes for them to get ahead. Beware of all the vultures, they won't wait until you're dead, until you can take no more. They'll just circle you alive, and your soul's been so pure that you left it at the door. Walking robots in this bitch, and your best friend is a snitch. Never knowing what it is, and the truth is hard to spit. In a town, so many are lost in this Hollywood shit. Felt so big. Felt so big. Felt so big. Everyone trying to make it, even those who already did. Felt so fortunate enough, cause fame's where it is, and your money don't mean shit once you're showing off your rims in the paparazzi spot, but you ain't even try to act. People do what it takes for them to get ahead. Beware of all the vultures, they won't wait until you're dead. They'll just circle you alive until you can take it. And your soul's been so pure that you left it at the door. Never knew so many people, never felt so good, never made so much money, never felt so damn broke. Never knew so many people. Never made so much money, never felt so damn broke. Welcome to LA, city of Los Angeles. Never felt so big, 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 never felt so big. Never knew so many people, never felt so alone, never made so much money, never felt so damn. People pass people, but you would never know, never walk such distances without the slightest hello.